Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice for Radio. So today, I'm back with a surprising new Pikachu promo card, some other pretty fun news, and the best news ever. And when I say the best news ever, I mean, from my point of view at least, very literally, without a hint of exaggeration, the best news ever. Look at this graphic. Look at my face. This is a graphic showing the official Pokemon casters for the World Championships in Yokohama, Japan next month. And I'm on that list, ladies and gentlemen. It is official. I can now say I am going to be on the casting team for the World Championships in Yokohama. Now, I have already had a bunch of people getting in touch going, so this is why you've been talking about your upcoming trip to Japan. No, I'd be going to Japan anyway. The way I generally say it is, I can't go to Japan with my kids because they're tiny, 5, 3, and 1. I can't go on a holiday to Japan without my family. That's not a pro-dad move. But if Worlds is in Japan, even if I wasn't casting, there would be plenty of opportunities for content, for networking. It would be an extremely useful work trip. And all of that is still true. But I am going to be casting the TCG with Chip Ritchie, Ethan Heggie, Carl Sablehouse, Carl Sukovic, and Shelby Boo. I am beyond delighted. A quick shout out to all of the wonderful casters who didn't get the call. You'll notice there are some phenomenal casters that have worked on official streams that aren't there because there just aren't enough spaces. I am gutted for all of them because I know how I would be in that situation. So shout out to people that are on the list and shout out to people that aren't on the list because I wouldn't want to be making the decision. There are way too many awesome casters. But this is, as far as I'm concerned, very literally the best news ever. And frankly, people have been asking me, what are you most looking forward to about going to Japan, Ross? This is what I'm most looking forward to about going to Japan. The fact that I am going to be on the commentary team and I get to sit behind the desk for the second year in a row, because I did, of course, cast in London last year, and I get to be part of it, and I am absolutely delighted. And a huge, 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 huge thank you to everybody who is sending me lovely messages and getting in touch to spread good vibes. I really, really massively appreciate it. And like I've said, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned, very literally the best news ever. It's up there on the official site as well. This is what I tweeted out. I tweeted out this image, just kind of saying who the casters are. This was, this was the first way to actually go and see it. And oh my word, I am delighted. So if you're not able to go over to Japan, do please make sure that you watch the stream, that you join in, because it's awesome. Speaking of awesome, there is a new Pikachu card that's gone and been revealed this morning. But here's what's a little bit weird about this new Pikachu card that's gone and been revealed this morning. As far as I can see, now this is the way it stands at the moment. Obviously things could change. If they do, I'll cover it in a future video. As it stands at the moment, we've got Indonesia, we've got traditional Chinese in Taiwan and Hong Kong, and we've got Thailand. Those are the 3 languages and the 3 regions in which this card is being made available. I cannot tell you if, how, when, etc. this card will be made available anywhere else. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, because we've not been told. Now, here's the weird thing about the card. It is a Pokemon World Championships card. And there's no ifs, buts, or maybes here. It's literally got the Pokemon World Championships 2023 logo stamped on it. It could not be more of a World Championships card. Simple as that. So then that really kind of leads us to the question of, well, hang on a second. What? That's weird, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little bit weird. Wish I could give you an answer, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. It's the honest answer. Sorry. But as it stands at the moment, it's being made available in those 3 territories. And it's not some kind of super hyper crazy rare promo or anything silly along those lines. All you need to do is at some point in August, between the 1st and the 31st of August, pop along to participate in official Pokemon Gym activities in those countries, and it will be available. Now, I cannot tell you for certain one way or the other. How would I possibly have that information? But it certainly seems like it's not going to be a particularly rare card. It seems like it's going to be one which is honestly pretty easy to get hold of. It seems like it's going to be printed in pretty big numbers. And of course, you've got the free languages. Now, obviously, knowing that I'm casting Worlds now, I've got an innate need to try and collect every single vaguely related Pokemon TCG Worlds 2023 thing. So obviously, I'm going to need to go and get myself a copy of this card. Preferably, honestly, in all three languages. But like I say, it's being given out. It's not some kind of like huge prize card. It's just being given out when you participate in activities in those countries. And it's being given out for a whole month, so I'm imagining it's not going to be like ridiculously rare. So honestly, I'm kind of thinking here that it should be quite available and quite cheap. I don't know for certain. That's my guess. Now, because we've not got a scan in English or Japanese, I can't actually tell you what it does. But I did actually have a guess based on the traditional Chinese, because it's still using kanji. Then I used Google Translate, and I think it is free energy, 30 damage, flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. I'm cobbling that together from my knowledge of kanji and Google Translate. It could be wrong, but I feel pretty good about it, honestly. You know, there's kanji there for face. So, you know, seems about right, doesn't it? I don't know. Either way, it's not there for playability. It's cool. Speaking of cool, the artist here, we've got Jiro Susumu, and that is a person whose very first card and they've done a bunch now, but the very first card they ever drew for the Pokemon trading card game was the Charizard they did after winning the illustration contest. This was a card which literally, this won. You know, they have it kind of every year where you can enter, and if you win, you get your card turned into an official Pokemon TCG card. Well, this is one of the cards that won, or one of the artists, I should say, that won that competition. And this is a card that got officially printed as a promo. I have a copy of it. It's beautiful. It's also clearly being called back to in the artwork for this new Pikachu. Like, this new Pikachu is blatantly calling back to that first card. And I think that is pretty gosh darned amazing. I love when Pokemon do this. I love when new cards call back to older cards. It makes me very, very happy. This is awesome. If you want some cards you may be more familiar with, Susumu did do the full line of the Gardevoir, the illustration rare from Scarlet and Violet, which is extremely cool, and the Leafeon V-Star that we ended up getting, I believe, in Crown Zenith. So I think there should be some cards you are familiar with, and it definitely was Crown Zenith. I don't think it was Crown Zenith. I know it was Crown Zenith. Very, very cool artist. And there's one other thing I've not actually found chance to tell you about yet. So I think this is a great time to tell you about something extremely cool which is happening again for the Pokemon World Championships. Fantasy Team. And basically what they're doing is a lovely competition, which is called Pokemon Fantasy Team. And basically what you're trying to do is win prizes by picking a team. So it reads on the website like this. Take part in the 2023 Pokemon World Championships Fantasy Team to earn bragging rights and great prizes. Choose your party of 6 Pokemon and earn points based on how well they perform in the Pokemon World Championships. There are separate competitions for Pokemon TCG and VGC teams, which gives you twice as many Pokemon to root for throughout the weekend. It's open to US residents currently residing in the 50 states and the District of Columbia, who are 18 years old or the age of majority, whichever is older as of the date of entry. It's free to enter. All you need is a Pokemon Trainer Club account. Obviously, it's an account. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to enter this. But regardless, it seems really cool. And obviously, you know, when it comes to the Pokemon TCG, yes, I know Mamoswine is the best Pokemon, don't get me wrong. We all know there are certain Pokemon, like the aforementioned Gardevoir, who I think are better picks than others. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm casting Worlds, which I am delighted that I can talk about. And there's a new Pikachu promo, which I'm delighted I get to show you. And we've got this fantasy draft thing, although it's not really a draft. Fantasy team, there we go, which is extremely cool and I think sounds like fun and you should all take part in. That's what I think. I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And of course get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Eric Ridgway, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross and you've been watching PTCG Radio.